My beloved child. I've been watching closely. You've been walking with someone whose heart is not fully with you. They smile when you win, but behind that smile is something they don't want you to see. Something cold. Something hidden. A shadow. And I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to bring this urgent message to your soul. Before it's too late. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That slight discomfort when they speak, that moment when your spirit goes quiet when they enter the room. That's not confusion, child. That is your intuition whispering. That is me placing a divine hand on your shoulder, trying to slow your steps, trying to get your attention. Do not ignore the voice within you. It is sacred. It is your compass, and I have placed it there. Someone near you is not who they say they are. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when someone is near? Archangel Michael warns of a potential false friend in your life, revealing the signs to watch out for. Don't ignore the whispers of your intuition. This message can help you protect yourself. I am not speaking through fear, child, I am speaking through divine love. Because love reveals. And what I am about to show you will give you clarity where there was only confusion. You see, your soul is light. And wherever there is light, darkness will try to blend in, hoping to go unnoticed. But I am here to expose the falsehood. To uncover the disguise. And you, yes, you, will be protected from their influence if you choose to listen now. They speak kind words, but their energy doesn't match their voice. They cheer for you in public but question you in silence. You are not imagining this. You are not too sensitive. You are spiritually gifted, and the veil is lifting now. Listen, child, not everyone deserves access to your heart. I have seen the tears you've wiped in secret. The moments of self-doubt they made you feel. I have watched from above every time you silenced your instincts just to keep the peace. But today, I come not in silence, I come with a divine trumpet sounding. This is your moment to wake up and see the truth I've been trying to show you. Urgent message from Archangel Michael. Are you surrounded by true friends or hidden enemies? This message dives deep into the dangers of deceitful friendships and the divine steps to take to protect yourself. Don't ignore this moment, subscribe and stay in the light of truth. They envy your peace, your growth, your light. But they would never say it. Because envy never announces itself, it hides behind sarcasm, backhanded compliments, and silence during your success. This is not about judging anyone. This is about spiritual survival. You are on a sacred path, and distractions from the wrong souls can delay your destiny. I don't want you to lose what you've been building, just because you kept the wrong person too close. I want you to rise. And to rise, you must release. There was a time you laughed with them, shared your secrets, your victories, your failures. You believed the bond was real. But I saw their energy when you turned away. And now I must tell you, their intentions have shifted. When someone no longer celebrates your growth, they are no longer aligned with your future. Their silence, their absence, their subtle coldness, is not your fault. It is their truth revealing itself. And now, child, it's time for your soul to take back its space. I was blindsided by a friend's betrayal, but Archangel Michael's message saved me from further heartbreak. Learn how to recognize the subtle signs of a false friend and protect your energy from their toxic influence. Your clarity begins now. Subscribe and stay shielded. This warning is not meant to break your heart. It is meant to protect your miracle. You see, God has lined up powerful blessings for your life. But blessings flow faster when the energy around you is pure. Some people carry dust that clouds your vision. You felt tired lately. Not just physically, but emotionally. That's not just life, child, that's energy draining from a source you thought was safe. Today, I cut that cord. With love. With light. With divine fire. You will rise above this. And soon, you will thank God for this message. Your peace is your power. And right now, someone in your circle is testing it. Their words confuse you. Their energy shifts depending on who else is around. One moment warm, the next moment distant. They gaslight your emotions. They flip situations and make you question yourself. This is not love. This is not friendship. This is spiritual sabotage in disguise. And I will no longer allow you to suffer quietly under their manipulation. You deserve safe connections. You deserve truth. They laughed at your dreams when you weren't around. They shared your secrets in whispers. They rolled their eyes when others praised you. I saw it all. And God heard the prayers you didn't say. This is the answer. You were not created to shrink so others can feel big. You are not meant to doubt yourself just to be accepted. Heaven is on your side. And heaven is calling you out of false friendship into divine protection. Child, I come with a sword of light. I cut every soul tie that has been secretly draining you. I expose every hidden agenda and bless your eyes to see clearly. Your season of confusion ends now. Your journey of power begins here. Then listen closely, child, because I am still speaking to your spirit, and I will not stop until you are fully covered in light. You are not alone in this, I am standing near you. My sword is drawn. My wings are over your shoulders. My presence is circling around your home, your space, your spirit. I have been trying to speak to you in dreams, in moments of silence, in that tight feeling in your chest when you think about that one person. Yes, that one. The one you keep forgiving. The one you keep making excuses for. But the energy doesn't lie. Their spirit has turned. And I must warn you before the damage goes deeper. They laughed at your dreams when you weren't around. They shared your secrets in whispers. They rolled their eyes when others praised you. I saw it all. And God heard the prayers you didn't say. This is the answer. You were not created to shrink so others can feel big. You are not meant to doubt yourself just to be accepted. Heaven is on your side. And heaven is calling you out of false friendship into divine protection. Child, I come with a sword of light. I cut every soul tie that has been secretly draining you. I expose every hidden agenda and bless your eyes to see clearly. Your season of confusion ends now. Your journey of power begins here. Then listen closely, child, because I am still speaking to your spirit, and I will not stop until you are fully covered in light. You are not alone in this, I am standing near you. My sword is drawn. My wings are over your shoulders. My presence is circling around your home, your space, your spirit. I have been trying to speak to you in dreams, in moments of silence, in that tight feeling in your chest when you think about that one person. Yes, that one. The one you keep forgiving. The one you keep making excuses for. But the energy doesn't lie. Their spirit has turned. And I must warn you before the damage goes deeper. I know your heart is pure. You want to believe the best in others. You want to think they didn't mean it. That maybe you misunderstood. But child, spiritual danger does not always scream, sometimes it whispers. And you've heard those whispers. In your soul. In those late nights when something felt off. In those awkward moments when you were made to feel like you were too much, or not enough. That wasn't confusion. That was divine discernment. That was your inner knowing. That was me. Have you ever just felt like someone near you drains your joy, but you couldn't explain it? That's not a coincidence. That's a sign. Archangel Michael is revealing what your heart already knows. Don't scroll past. Don't delay. This is your confirmation. They call it just joking, but it doesn't feel like a joke. They tell you they love you, but their eyes say something else. Real love doesn't hide. Real friendship doesn't manipulate. Your soul has been aching to break free from this invisible weight, and now, with divine permission, you are being released. No more walking on eggshells. No more giving 100 when they give you silence. You are not here to be tolerated, you are here to be treasured. And that shift begins now. They were sent as a test. But not every test is meant to last forever. Some are just meant to show you how far you've come, and what you no longer need. You've outgrown their shadow. You've outgrown their envy. And now, as heaven's gate opens over you, it is time to step into freedom. This is not punishment. This is your upgrade. Don't miss this, child, I was assigned to protect you. That is my vow. That is my divine task. But I can only protect what you allow me to. So give me your fear. Give me your confusion. And I will give you clarity that cannot be stolen. This season, God is aligning blessings with velocity. Miracles are speeding toward you. Breakthroughs are forming in the spirit. But delays happen when you're surrounded by people who secretly pray against the very things you're asking heaven for. I must say this again, not everyone who smiles at you is for you. But I am. And heaven is. And we are removing every obstacle disguised as a friend. There's a divine reason why certain people stop calling. There's a holy reason why they distance themselves when you start growing. Your elevation exposes their limitation. They don't cheer anymore because deep down, they never believed you could rise. But you did. And now their silence is the loudest truth of all. Don't run after those who walk away when your light gets brighter. Run toward your purpose instead. I was about to let someone back in who had hurt me before. But something in me hesitated. Then I heard this message, and I knew it was from God. I finally understood I wasn't wrong to protect my peace. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Testimonial from a viewer like you. Subscribe now to stay connected with divine truth. You are not losing a friend, you are gaining yourself back. You are not stepping into loneliness, you are stepping into alignment. What God is about to bring into your life requires a clear table. No hidden motives. No silent jealousy. No fake supporters watching from the corner of your life. The friendships coming next will feel like rest. Like light. Like truth. Like freedom. This is your upgrade in disguise. Some people are not evil. They are just wounded. But their wounds have made them dangerous. Their insecurities project onto you. Their pain turns into shade. And it is not your job to carry their darkness just to make them comfortable. You were not sent to be a healer of emotional vampires. You were sent to rise. And now, with the heavens as your witness, I am clearing the path in front of you. If this message feels personal, it's because it is. God planned this moment just for you. Let this be your sign. Stay. Breathe. Receive. Subscribe now, because what comes next will restore everything they tried to damage. I have watched you doubt yourself too long, questioning why you feel anxious after seeing them, wondering why your joy disappears after talking to them. That is spiritual disturbance. That is not normal. That is not just life. That is divine warning. And today, I wrap my light around you and shield you from harm. No weapon formed against you will prosper, not even the ones disguised as smiles. You don't need closure from them. You need clarity from heaven. And this is it. Sometimes, God ends relationships silently. Without explanations. Without final conversations. Because even the words would hurt more than the silence. So if someone fades, let them. If someone shifts, observe it. If someone suddenly stops clapping for you, believe it. Heaven reveals in whispers, not in chaos. This is not an ending, this is your protection in motion. The blessing ahead is too holy to be touched by unclean hands. You are entering a new level. You don't need everyone to understand it. You just need to follow the peace. If this message feels personal, it's because it is. God planned this moment just for you. Let this be your sign. Stay. Breathe. Receive. Subscribe now, because what comes next will restore everything they tried to damage. I have watched you doubt yourself too long, questioning why you feel anxious after seeing them, wondering why your joy disappears after talking to them. That is spiritual disturbance. That is not normal. That is not just life. That is divine warning. And today, I wrap my light around you and shield you from harm. No weapon formed against you will prosper, not even the ones disguised as smiles. You don't need closure from them. You need clarity from heaven. And this is it. Sometimes, God ends relationships silently. Without explanations. Without final conversations. Because even the words would hurt more than the silence. So if someone fades, let them. If someone shifts, observe it. If someone suddenly stops clapping for you, believe it. Heaven reveals in whispers, not in chaos. This is not an ending, this is your protection in motion. The blessing ahead is too holy to be touched by unclean hands. You are entering a new level. You don't need everyone to understand it. You just need to follow the peace. Child, let me now reveal what you've been sensing but couldn't quite explain. One of the greatest dangers is not the enemy who stands in the open, it's the friend who claps with a hollow hand. And that's exactly what I've seen around you. Someone close. Someone familiar. But someone whose heart has grown cold behind closed doors. Their words sound loving, but their spirit has disconnected. Their eyes shift when you speak your dreams aloud. They hesitate to celebrate you. They secretly compare their life to yours, and instead of rising, they start resenting. You are not crazy for noticing. You are awakening. Have you ever shared good news and saw their face fall before their words rose? That moment matters. The soul speaks louder than lips. That pause, that flicker, that lack of enthusiasm, is the first whisper of a false connection. True friends rejoice in your rising. False ones get quiet when you shine. This is not small, child. This is spiritual evidence. It means your light has grown beyond their comfort zone. And now, instead of cheering, they compete in silence. You may have noticed they support you when you're low, but disappear when you're glowing. They love you more when you're broken, but pull away when you start becoming whole. This is not love, this is possession. A true friend wants your wings to grow. A false one fears the moment you finally fly. They say, "I'm just being honest," but that honesty always cuts deeper than it heals. They laugh when others mock you. They stay silent when you need someone to stand with you. They call it tough love, but it feels more like cold distance. You know it. You've felt it. And I see it all. I remember one child, she trusted someone who always joked about her dreams. "You're too sensitive," they'd say. I was only kidding. But I whispered in her heart, love does not mock. It encourages. And one day, when she finally walked away, the peace in her spirit returned like a wave of light. This is your moment too. Another sign? Their presence drains you. You feel emotionally exhausted after every conversation. Not because you gave too much, but because they took from you energetically. This is spiritual theft, child. And the sad truth is, most false friends don't even realize the harm they cause. They think their gossip is harmless. Their distance is normal. But I tell you today, energy never lies. If someone consistently makes you question your worth, your path, your truth, they are not your soul tribe. They are your test. And the time has come to pass it. They change depending on who is around. With you, they're supportive. But with others, they twist the story. They water down your light in rooms you're not in. They reveal your secrets in laughter, masking betrayal with humor. Child, I am uncovering this now so you never again sit at tables where your name gets cut open like fruit. You are not meant to be discussed. You are meant to be defended. And soon, I will send new people who honor you the way you always wished to be honored. Don't miss this moment. If your spirit is trembling as you hear these words, it's because the truth is resonating deep. Subscribe now, because I am not done revealing what's been hidden in the dark corners of your circle. Sometimes, they make you feel small in subtle ways. They remind you of your past when you're finally healing. They speak louder when you're finding your voice. They joke about your insecurities in front of others. And then they say, "Relax, you're overthinking." No, child. You're not. You're spiritually aware. That's a gift. They just want to dim what they don't understand. Let them go. I once saw a young man who always trusted his closest friend with every secret, every plan, every move. But that friend was quietly copying, competing, and comparing. When the blessings came, the friend turned bitter. And the boy was crushed. But I whispered, "This pain is your protection. You were not meant to build your future with someone who secretly hoped you'd fall." Sometimes, betrayal is God's way of removing what delay looks like. Let it hurt, but then let it heal. Because better is coming. Another soul I guided would always feel guilty for setting boundaries. Her friend would call her selfish anytime she said no, but I reminded her, a relationship that requires your silence is not a relationship, it's a prison. And I freed her. The same freedom is available to you now. You don't owe explanations to those who violate your spirit. You only owe loyalty to your peace. False friends often show up during your hardest days, not to lift you, but to stay close enough to say they were there. But when the light comes, they vanish. Love stays through all seasons. Falsehoods only survive in shadows. You may have already tried to distance yourself, but they pull you back in with guilt, with memories, with manipulation. They say things like, "You've changed." And they're right. You have. You're growing. You're shedding. You're seeing. And they can no longer benefit from your blindness. That scares them. But it should free you. Another soul I guided would always feel guilty for setting boundaries. Her friend would call her selfish anytime she said no, but I reminded her, a relationship that requires your silence is not a relationship, it's a prison. And I freed her. The same freedom is available to you now. You don't owe explanations to those who violate your spirit. You only owe loyalty to your peace. False friends often show up during your hardest days, not to lift you, but to stay close enough to say they were there. But when the light comes, they vanish. Love stays through all seasons. Falsehoods only survive in shadows. You may have already tried to distance yourself, but they pull you back in with guilt, with memories, with manipulation. They say things like, "You've changed." And they're right. You have. You're growing. You're shedding. You're seeing. And they can no longer benefit from your blindness. That scares them. But it should free you. This isn't about hate. It's about healing. You can bless them, and still block their access. You can forgive them, and still protect your soul. You're not bitter. You're becoming wise. And Archangel Michael stands beside you every step of that journey. You're not the same person you were when you first met them. Your light is brighter. Your vision is clearer. And now, the masks are falling. Don't be afraid to walk away from what once felt familiar. Familiarity doesn't mean destiny. I will never lead you to abandon love. But I will always lead you to abandon pain disguised as love. Then listen even closer now, because what I, Archangel Michael, am about to tell you is urgent. This is not a small matter. This is a spiritual crossroads. There is someone around you who is not as they seem. And you have been second-guessing your own soul's voice because of their convincing smiles, their perfectly timed kindness, their well-placed words. But today, I tear the veil. Because I love you. And because you are being prepared for something greater, and this false connection cannot follow you into the miracle that's coming. You've been sensing it in waves. A discomfort that comes and goes. One day, they feel close. The next, distant. One conversation feels warm. The next, sharp, cold, or vague. This is not emotional confusion, this is a spiritual warning. Your energy, your body, your dreams, they've all been trying to speak. But you keep silencing them. You keep telling yourself, it's not that serious. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being dramatic. But you're not. You're gifted. And right now, your gifts are picking up on something your heart hasn't wanted to admit. This is not fear, this is revelation. Archangel Michael is not here to scare you. I am here to shield you. But I can only shield what you acknowledge. You are being called to awaken your discernment, not just your kindness. A false friend can ruin more than just your mood, they can wear down your emotional foundation. They plant doubts inside you and call it feedback. They insert fear into your plans and call it realism. They project their own limitations onto you and disguise it as concern. And little by little, they dim your fire until you can't remember the sound of your own inner voice. You begin to shrink without realizing it. You say less. Dream smaller. Question more. And child, that is spiritual erosion. And I won't let it continue. This person has a way of turning your victories into competition, your sadness into gossip, and your secrets into leverage. They offer help with strings attached. They offer prayers, but speak curses behind closed doors. This is serious. Your destiny is precious. And the company you keep either feeds your faith or drains your life force. You need people who pray with you, not prey on you. You need souls who speak life into your path, not ones who dilute your confidence. Child, you were never meant to beg for loyalty. You were not created to tolerate confusion in the name of love. Peace is your confirmation. And this connection has been disturbing that peace for too long. Listen to what your body has been telling you, the headaches, the restlessness, the heavy energy after spending time with them. Listen to your soul, it has been whispering in the quiet moments, something is not right. I, Archangel Michael, am not just warning you to walk away. I am commanding you to rise. To stop silencing the divine voice inside of you. You know what you've seen. You know what you've felt. You just didn't want it to be true. But truth is not the enemy. It is your liberation. I remember another one of God's children. He kept a friend close who always made him feel small in subtle ways. Just joking, the friend would say. But those jokes lingered. They stung. They echoed in his mind for days. And when this child finally began to believe in himself, that friend disappeared. Why? Because the friend was only comfortable with his weakness, not his strength. I stood with that child. I protected his heart. And I reminded him, anyone who feels threatened by your strength was never aligned with your purpose. That's the type of exposure happening now in your life. The exposure of masked energies. Of hidden envy. Of friendly competition wrapped in casual conversations. This is not petty, this is spiritual warfare in disguise. And you, child, are far too chosen to allow silent sabotage into your life. You've come too far. You've cried too long. You've overcome too much. Let me take the weight now. You are not wrong to walk away without a big explanation. You are not wrong to go silent when someone's energy feels off. You are not wrong to protect your peace at any cost. The world may call it dramatic. But heaven calls it discernment. And discernment is your divine weapon in this season. Use it. When your gut tenses, when your thoughts spiral after seeing someone, when your joy fades just from being near them, those are not coincidences. Those are divine alarms. Stop muting them. Trust what your spirit already knows. There is a mighty blessing coming your way. A shift in your environment. A moment that will elevate your life in a way that some people won't be able to handle. And if they are still close when it happens, their energy will clash with your destiny. That's why I'm here, with this urgent warning. Because if you don't take action, their presence will sabotage what you've been manifesting. You can't bring sabotage into sacred spaces. You are not wrong to walk away without a big explanation. You are not wrong to go silent when someone's energy feels off. You are not wrong to protect your peace at any cost. The world may call it dramatic. But heaven calls it discernment. And discernment is your divine weapon in this season. Use it. When your gut tenses, when your thoughts spiral after seeing someone, when your joy fades just from being near them, those are not coincidences. Those are divine alarms. Stop muting them. Trust what your spirit already knows. There is a mighty blessing coming your way. A shift in your environment. A moment that will elevate your life in a way that some people won't be able to handle. And if they are still close when it happens, their energy will clash with your destiny. That's why I'm here, with this urgent warning. Because if you don't take action, their presence will sabotage what you've been manifesting. You can't bring sabotage into sacred spaces. This is your moment of decision. Do you stay in familiar pain? Or do you walk boldly into divine clarity? I am not asking you to fight. I am asking you to surrender the illusion. You already know the truth. I am just confirming it with the weight of heaven behind every word. What you're about to receive, peace, clarity, alignment, support, will make you wonder why you ever fought so hard to hold on to those who didn't match your soul. Don't be afraid. The better is real. And it's waiting. This is no longer about them. This is about you. Your calling. Your healing. Your protection. And as your guardian angel, I speak this over you now: no false friend, no hidden plan, no secret whisper formed against you shall prosper. Their mask has fallen. And the next time you look into their eyes, you will see the truth clearly. Trust it. You are not crazy. You are covered. Subscribe to the voice of truth. Stay connected. Because what comes next will elevate you beyond the reach of every manipulative energy that once surrounded you. You are a child of God. You are sacred. You are not a project for others to fix, nor a tool for others to use. The first step in protecting yourself is believing that you are worthy of protection. And once you do, you'll start seeing who treats your spirit with care, and who only comes close to satisfy their own needs. Don't wait for betrayal to give you permission to act. Heaven gives you permission now. You don't have to make a scene. You don't have to scream or expose them. You just have to start pulling your energy back. Reduce the access. Limit what you share. When your soul feels uneasy, don't force closeness, honor the space. Begin with this: stop oversharing with people who undercare. Stop explaining yourself to people who misunderstand you on purpose. Stop inviting them into the parts of your heart they've already proven they don't know how to hold. Your peace is too expensive to trade for guilt. Boundaries are not rejection, they are divine instructions. They tell others how to treat the temple God built in you. You can love someone and still say, no more. You can forgive and still disconnect. One of the strongest spiritual weapons is detachment. Detach from the need to be liked. Detach from the idea that everyone close to you is meant to stay. Detach from the version of them you once loved. People grow, and sometimes, they grow apart. Don't hold on to an old connection that's been expired in the spirit for years. A practical step? Observe, don't absorb. Watch how they behave when you're silent. Watch what they say when they think you're not paying attention. Watch who they become when you're in pain, or when you're finally winning. If their energy shifts only when they need something, believe that. If their love disappears when you shine, believe that. Protect your energy the way you protect your breath, because both are sacred. I once shielded a soul who always answered every text, every call, gave every emotional piece of herself to someone who drained her. She said, if I stop being there, they'll think I don't care. But I whispered, if they only see your worth when you bleed for them, they never saw it at all. And she stopped. And peace returned like a sunrise. Another strategy? Go quiet. Not as punishment, but as protection. When you stop explaining yourself, those who are real will come closer with understanding. Those who are false will get louder with accusation. Let them. Your silence will speak louder than any argument ever could. You don't need to expose them. Their fruits have already done that. You just need to walk in your worth. Be slow to share your plans. The wrong ears turn dreams into gossip. Keep your next move between you and God. Speak when led. Reveal only what strengthens the connection. Guard your peace like it's a treasure chest, because it is. Also, be mindful of subtle manipulation. False friends don't always scream abuse. Sometimes, they praise you to your face and poison you in private. Sometimes, they support you publicly, but compete with you secretly. The manipulation is in the tone, the timing, the tug-of-war they play with your emotions. And if you felt that pull, that confusion, that sense of walking on spiritual eggshells, then it's time to put the armor on. You are allowed to say, "This doesn't feel safe anymore." You are allowed to say, "I love you, but I can't keep doing this." You are allowed to walk away even if they call you ungrateful. Your soul's safety matters more than their comfort. Now, I call heaven's protection over your relationships. I surround your name with divine fire. I place angelic warriors around your peace. No harm will reach you if you stay obedient to your intuition. Let them think you've changed, because you have. You're wiser now. You don't beg for understanding. You don't chase closure. You trust God to close the doors that are not meant for you. Surround yourself with people who don't just clap when you win, but help you rise when you fall. Souls who don't fear your power, but honor it. You will find them. I will bring them. But I need you to clean the room first. As you walk away from manipulation, betrayal, and false connection, you are not losing, you are clearing space for real alignment. For friendships that feel like home. For conversations that don't drain you. For energy that makes you feel alive again. These relationships exist. And they are already orbiting closer to you. But they need room to land.